Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for our webinar, Exploring Microsoft Copilot in Dynamics 365 and Microsoft 365. My name is Katie, and I'll be the facilitator today. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the question area in the control panel on the right-hand side of your screen, and we'll answer questions at the end. The session will be recorded and posted on our blog, as well as shared with you early next week. Now, I would like to introduce our presenter today, Jim Slynn, who is an account manager at Encore. Jim, I'll pass it over to you.
All right. Thank you, Katie. And thanks everyone for joining me on the webinar today. My name is Jim Slynn, and as Katie mentioned, I'm an account manager here at Encore Business Solutions. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Microsoft Copilot. It's an exciting technology that I think all of our clients really should learn more about. And if we're ready to go, only have about 30 minutes. I know it's going to be close to running out of time, so I want to get started right away. But just so you know, I'll probably be going over this information quickly. And this webinar, of course, like Katie mentioned, is being recorded. So you're going to have access to it to review after. And I can also send out my slideshow to anyone attending. So let's get started. And I'll start with this short agenda. First of all, I'm sure Copilot is a new term for lots of you. So I'm going to start by trying to explain the technology at a high level. And then secondly, the concept from Microsoft that there's a Copilot for every Microsoft experience is real. Microsoft truly sees the benefits of artificial intelligence, and they're embedding Copilot in all their cloud-based products. So I want to talk about that in a little more detail. And then, of course, at Encore, our focus is primarily on how Copilot's making our ERP and CRM systems better. So I want to discuss specific features that you can use right now. Then I want to end with a short discussion about security and licensing. While some functionality is being embedded at the base level of the systems and is no extra cost to you, other products require additional licensing and require you to pay more. So we'll talk about that as well. And then we should have a few minutes at the end of the presentation for questions. Copilot, so what? Well, AI is one of the fastest developing technologies, and it's revolutionizing how people work. It's no longer a future technology. It's already here. And while it'll continue to improve, it's a technology of today. If you don't take advantage of it, your competitors probably will be. So I feel it's important that you take some time to evaluate how Microsoft's Copilot can work for you. Today, artificial intelligence is changing the way our customers work by making them faster and more responsive, more accurate in the work they do. It supercharges their human capabilities. And by that, I mean they can manage so much more than they did before with less effort. And that leads to less frustration, happier employees, and faster onboarding and training for new employees. What is Copilot? It's Microsoft's generative artificial intelligence product. That's a mouthful, but generative AI is a term you should probably get used to. ChatGPT is probably your first introduction to generative AI and something you're at least somewhat familiar with. There are three basic traits that bind both of these products together. Both products use artificial intelligence to create new content. They use machine learning to improve results, and they use natural language interface. This means simply that they're easy to communicate. And when it comes to what we get from these products, we're probably most familiar with natural language documents. These might create drafts of your kid's history paper or an essay. You may just create a new rap song. I know when my kids used to use it to create songs about their friends and then sing them while they're in the backseat of my car on the way to practice. It was actually quite amazing how creative those songs were, even if it was just for fun. Also, generating images is gaining popularity as well. Well, also not business related. I recently had a guy's birthday celebration, and about 10 of us went down to Seattle for a Seahawks game. One of my buddies decided it'd be cool to create custom hoodies for the weekend. So he used ChatGPT to do it quickly. The birthday boy was Australian, so naturally the logo involved a cartoon character that was looking super buffed, holding a Bud Light, wearing a Seahawk jersey. It was a kangaroo, and that's a picture of it there on the right. Um, we created this logo. He created this logo in about 10 minutes, and it was way beyond his normal skill set, of course, and it never would have been done without artificial intelligence. But it looks pretty good. And of course, the third use of generative AI is for software developers to use it to generate new computer code. This is the ultimate fear of every Terminator fan, but using generative AI to speed up software development is an important application. And hey, maybe everyone, including you, can be a developer with Copilot. That's the goal. So I said before, Copilot is Microsoft's version of generative AI, and they market Copilot as your AI companion or virtual assistant in almost all areas of Microsoft's products. If you haven't heard of Copilot before, get ready to hear a lot about it from now on. There are four types of Copilots in Microsoft's ecosystem at the moment. The first type listed is just called Microsoft Copilot. And this is Microsoft's version of ChatGPT, and we can easily access it via Edge or directly on Microsoft's Copilot webpage. There's also shortcuts in Windows 11 to get you there quickly. You can ask Copilot to do almost anything, and it'll go out to the internet and complete whatever task you want it to do. Like I said, this is the equivalent of ChatGPT, and it's your everyday AI companion to answer questions, do research, or design that logo. The second one, Copilot from Microsoft 365, is the Copilot available within traditional Office applications to help you get things done faster and be more efficient in Office apps like Outlook, Word, Teams, etc. What's key about this is that this Copilot can pull in information from your other Office applications to improve the results. So for example, if you're writing an email in Outlook, Copilot can refer to notes you've taken in OneNote and then draft a more intelligent email that's more detailed and more efficient. We'll talk about this a little bit more in a few minutes, but this technology can be very powerful. Then we have the third Copilot, Copilot for Dynamics 365. Dynamics 365 is Microsoft's family of cloud-based business applications like Business Central and CRM. Microsoft's embedded copilots into these applications to help you perform specific tasks better. This type of copilot is a little different than Microsoft Copilot because it's specific to certain functions within the system. It's been optimized to perform specific functions in the system that you regularly do, but now you can do these things in seconds with a click of a button. And then we have Copilot for Power Platform, and this is another breakthrough. Power Platform is a more recent technology from Microsoft that encompasses the products called Power Automate, Power Pages, Power BI, and Power Apps. Copilot can help you work with these programs to develop custom business processes, workflows, or even custom business intelligence reports, all while leveraging that natural language so that you don't need to learn extensive coding skills to get what you need. I'll go through these Copilots in a little more detail, one at a time. So first off, Microsoft Copilot. This is the easy one to use and to get to. Simply open the Edge browser, go to the website at the link in the slide here. You can go to the website at the link in the slide, and I'll show you what it looks like here. Let me bring that over for you. So if I go to Edge, I'm in the regular search box of Edge, and here's the Copilot button right here. I clicking Copilot. It's going to open up the window, and Copilot now is a very simple application. It's basically an open web page with a chat box at the bottom, and you can ask it anything you'd like. One of the things you can ask it fun things, you can ask it very serious things. So for example, I could ask it, what are the chances the Vancouver Canucks will make the 2025 playoffs? Copilot is going to go out to the internet and grab information, and it's going to bring back a chance. And apparently we have an 85% chance of making the playoffs this year based on where we are so far with our winnings. It used to be 80.4%, but because we won some games, we're closer and we have better odds. It's interesting because what I like about this is that it actually gives you the source of the information, which you can click through and go right to the web pages to do that. And that's all fun. But what if I wanted to do something more serious? Maybe I'm a Dynamics GP user and I want to add a new field into the item window of my customer maintenance screen. I could ask Copilot to write dexterity code to add a new field to the GP customer maintenance window called maybe I have a client who likes a favorite drink and I want to start tracking that because we throw lots of parties. I'm not a programmer, but by typing something simple like that and asking it to create some code, the system has gone out and created code that looks, um, it's a very simple um, dexterity code, but it actually looks like a very good start to get going. So it's just it's an interesting product that you can use, interesting technology to kind of bring uh, expand your current capabilities and make things easier to use. And that's how even a programmer might use it as a starting point to build applications that they couldn't do before. I recommend you set up Copilot and you bookmark it. Use it almost any time that you might use Google. It's a great starting point. But now I want to get into Copilot for Microsoft 365. And this is the Copilot in traditional Office applications. Microsoft Word, Excel, Outlook, Teams, etc. It's an AI-powered assistant integrated directly inside the Microsoft 365 apps. It's designed to enhance productivity, and it does this by understanding the context of the work you're doing, automating repetitive tasks to save time, and providing intelligent suggestions and insights as you work. And as I said, it's got a seamless integration across Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and more. So how does this help you? Think about being an Outlook. Copilot could help you clean up your inbox faster and make your emails more professional with less work. Think about asking Copilot to summarize one of those email threads that's 3 days and a dozen emails long. It can do that for you to help you get caught up fast. Inside Word, Copilot can write proposals, letters, memos, and do it smartly by leveraging information in your other Microsoft applications. I happen to know a CEO who works at a nonprofit foundation that uses Copilot to write and edit his customized donor letters. Before Copilot, he had a full-time assistant work with him on doing these. Now he just does them himself. In Excel, use Copilot in Excel to answer questions about your data. Build graphs, you can format spreadsheets for better visualizations. Just ask it and it's going to create it for you. And in Teams, one of the best features in Teams is when Copilot neatly summarizes a Teams meeting for you after it was completed. What's really cool is they can also ask Teams to do a recap you can also ask Copilot to do a recap of the Teams meeting in real time while the meeting's in progress to catch up or explain on a topic. Think if you're running late, you join a meeting in progress. We've all done that. This can get you right up to speed quickly on what you've missed, and they can even prompt you to ask certain questions to take it even farther. It does take practice to use Copilot in Microsoft 365 effectively, but once you do, I think you'll expand your capabilities immensely, and this is something you should add to your system. Okay, now we're at Copilot for all of the Dynamics 365 applications. When Microsoft says that Copilot is integrated in every Microsoft experience, they mean it. All of Microsoft's D365 products have Copilot embedded in the system, and each module has been made more efficient because of it. I can't possibly discuss everything in all the modules, so I'm going to focus on the functionality in Business Central. Copilot in Business Central is a lot like the other Copilots, except these are embedded directly into the system to help you do specific tasks. It can help you find things faster, create transactions more effectively, and minimize repetitive manual work. Like all copilots, they take some practice to get used to using them. But the more you use them, the more effective you'll be at using them, and the smarter the copilot will become as well. So how does it work? Let me talk about a few of the specific ways it can help you in Business Central. So in Business Central, Copilot is literally at your side every step of the way. When you launch it, it appears on the right side of the screen and displays prompts or suggestions for whatever window you're working in. When you need something, just ask Copilot and your virtual assistant will provide assistance. It's conversational, so ask it questions in your natural language. And note that natural language does not have to be English. It can help you navigate directly to new windows and screens if you're looking up something, and it'll help you get answers you might normally run a full report for. It can even help you train new staff or even do it for you. And we're not talking about the old Microsoft paperclip. Copilot is really intelligent. Also, note in the screen there I have a YouTube link. This will take you to a Microsoft video of the functionality. And if you can't copy it during the presentation here, of course, we'll provide the PowerPoint for you after the presentation. Another Copilot function in Business Central that is especially for our clients that have large inventories and maybe sell items in Shopify is located in the items window. This Copilot will help you draft great product descriptions in seconds. Copilot will utilize the product attributes in the system to draft your description exactly how you want it, and then help you publish those product descriptions to your e-commerce site, all with 2 clicks of a button. Literally, what would take a product manager 30, 45 minutes each can now be done in seconds. Another Copilot embedded in Business Central sales module. If you have staff entering sales orders, we all know this can be a tedious task. Copilots can speed up sales order entry significantly by improving improve accuracy as well. It's smart enough to look at previous orders to help you, or even find products based on information, say in an email that you might have received from the customer. Just cut and paste the information from the email into the chat window, and Copilot will create the order for you automatically. This helps you get orders placed faster and more accurately for both happier employees and customers. One of my favorite Copilots is in the bank reconciliation module. Reconciling bank transactions is a time-consuming monthly task that I guarantee you nobody at your organization enjoys doing. Copilot will analyze your bank statements and match transactions in the blink of an eye, even complex ones that humans might struggle with. Now you can get the bank rec done in a fraction of the time with better accuracy and less manual effort. I'm switching over to Copilot in D365 Sales. And Copilot in Sales works much like it does in Business Central. It's built into the enterprise and premium licenses, and the virtual assistant's always there to help, just like in Business Central. Using Copilot, your sales team can focus on the big picture while Copilot takes care of the details. It can empower account managers by giving them real-time insights right when they need it. It can capture data automatically to minimize doing the data entry. AI-powered opportunity scoring can help them focus on the right opportunities, and it can boost performance with automated insights and data visualizations, and a 360-degree customer profile. Copilot and Power Platform. This Copilot has a lot of potential to help you streamline business processes across systems with Power Automate. It can ramp up your data insights by leveraging natural language queries in Power BI. It can help you create new web pages using Power Pages, and even build a brand new app using the Power Apps product. Copilot just brings the power of these applications into the hands of non-programmers like you, and this can be really, really powerful. In review, Copilots can help you do more and focus on more satisfying work. What I've discussed today is only the tip of the iceberg. There's much more Copilot functionality in the system, and more is coming every day. But the overall goals are the same. Make the system work more efficiently for you so that your business can focus on the things that help you thrive. Finally, I want to talk a little bit about security. Um, and Microsoft is serious about security. They ensure your data is protected. They do this with enterprise level encryption. They want to make sure that your data is protected geographically. And of course, Microsoft takes regulatory compliance requirements seriously as well. Overall, Microsoft Copilot's built to provide a secure and reliable experience, safeguarding your data while enhancing your productivity. Furthermore, you have customization options to ensure that your Copilot aligns with your organization's particular security and compliance requirements. I know that I have some clients that aren't ready for Copilot right now. They have security and privacy issues. They don't have a full understanding yet of the issues around artificial intelligence, and they want to make sure that they can disable Copilot if they need to. And with Microsoft, that's not a problem. Licensing. Um, so Microsoft Copilot, the first product I showed you, it's your AI assistant. The base functionality is completely free. You can go to the website and you can use it anytime you like. However, Copilot Pro is available for personal users. It's a cost of $27 Canadian per month, and this gives you priority access during peak hours. So you can use Copilot when it's busy, gives you a little bit better experience, and it includes an integration with Microsoft 365 for non-business versions. So this is personal versions. Maybe students would use this or people that at home. Copilot for Microsoft 365 Business is an add-on for your Office licensing. Um, it's an add-on feature that costs $40 a month Canadian, $30 a month US, and it gets added on to your Microsoft 365 Business plan. This may seem like a lot, but the benefits and time that it can save you really do make this a good investment. And the best part is for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Copilot inside CRM and Business Central, it's included. It's completely included in CRM Enterprise and Premium licensing, and as well as all versions of Business Central. So it doesn't cost you anything more to use it. It's just a matter of you finding that functionality and using it for yourself. Copilot for Power Platform requires an add-on license called Copilot Studio. This is about $271 Canadian per month to gain that functionality to customize using Copilot in your Power Platform environment. And that's it. That's pretty much all I had for you today. I hope this gives you some information on Microsoft Copilot. What I want you to take away is that this technology is ready for use today. It's not a futuristic application. It's here now and it's getting better every month. You should start to become familiar with it. You should use it where you can so that you can get comfortable with it. And then I have no doubt that it can be used to make your good work easier for you and happier employees. Um, Katie, that's all I had today, but do we have any questions?
Great, thanks, Jim. Once again, if anyone does have any questions, if you could please enter them in the question area in the control panel. Don't see yet, Jim, that have come in. I guess a question that I actually did have was about user adoption and just how easy it is to start using.
User adoption is an interesting question. So when you buy your licenses for the organization, you can actually transfer them to different users. So if you happen to buy a license that is not being used by some users, you could transfer it to another user. So you may want to test it in your organization. I think when it's the generative AI, the copilots almost are a little bit of a skill that you need to adopt. We need to use them. The more we use them, the more comfortable we become using them, and the easier and the more benefit they actually are for our work. So it's something where we have to start when we do roll out the licenses to your users. You want to encourage them to take advantage of it as much as they can and see how they can make it a benefit for themselves, because everybody works a little bit differently, but we think it can help everyone when they use them. So adoption is something that is different for every organization, but I think it's definitely something that can make your work easier. You just have to figure out yourself how that's going to be, and that comes with experience.
Thanks, Jim. Questions have come in quite yet, but I do want to share a link to our events page in the chat if you'd like to check out previous webinars or register for upcoming webinar sessions. Let's do that right here. I'm also going to add a link where you can set your email preferences and opt into our emails so that you can stay in the know about upcoming events and see our latest blog articles. Thank you, Jim, for the information, and thank you everyone for joining us today.
All right. Thank you, Katie. Thanks, everyone.